Welcome to Cinecaps. Today I will show you a mystery, horror, drama film from 2016 titled 10 Cloverfield Lane. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Following a disagreement with her fiancé Ben, Michelle swiftly packs and leaves, leaving her diamond ring behind. She heads to another state, driving continuously even through the night. When Ben calls, pleading for her return, she silently ends the call. Turning on the radio, she hears about blackouts in big cities. As Ben calls again, her car is suddenly hit, causing it to veer off the road and overturn, knocking her unconscious. Michelle wakes up to find herself with an IV in her arm, her leg chained to a pipe in a barren room secured by a metal door, with only her purse for company. She struggles to free herself, gradually grasping the gravity of her situation. Gathering herself, she uses the IV stand to snag her bag, barely managing to grab her phone, only to find there's no signal. Then, her captor enters. Fearing the worst, she pleads for her release. Surprisingly, he offers aid instead, providing crutches and tossing her the key to the shackles, but then he locks her in once more. Michelle unchains and dresses herself, searching for an escape route in vain. Driven by a surge of survival instinct, she sharpens the end of a crutch into a makeshift weapon and prepares to confront her captor. As her initial rush of adrenaline fades, she notices a vent. Using matches from her purse, she sets a piece of cloth ablaze, activating the fire alarm. Her captor hurries in at the sound, but when Michelle attacks, she's overpowered. He immobilizes her in a hold and sedates her. Upon regaining consciousness, Michelle learns from her captor, Howard, that a catastrophic attack has occurred, speculated to be the work of either Russians or Martians. Howard claims to have rescued her from the wreck and brought her to his underground bunker for safety. He asserts that the outside air is toxic, and leaving the bunker would be fatal, suggesting they might need to stay underground for 1 or 2 years until it's safe again. Michelle, however, finds Howard's story hard to believe. A disturbance captures Howard's attention, leading him to exit the room. In his absence, a loud commotion ensues. Upon returning, Howard remarks that he expects some appreciation for saving Michelle's life, then locks her in. Michelle is awakened by the sound of a car overhead, followed by music and an open door. Venturing outside her room for the first time, she is startled by Emmett, another occupant who, like her, is supposedly in Howard's debt for providing shelter. Howard shows Michelle around the well-equipped bunker, highlighting the common area equipped with daily essentials. He also points out his private space, accessible only with his permission and the only area containing a bathroom. Michelle notices some magazines and Howard notes those were Megan's, without diving deeper into her. When the lights flicker on and off, Michelle finally asks about the car noise she heard earlier, which Howard dismisses as impossible. Her request to contact authorities or seek external information is met with skepticism. Howard indicates the radio's silence as proof of their isolation. As Michelle climbs towards the exit, Howard unlocks the airlock, allowing her to view the decayed pigs outside, a supposed proof of the fallout's lethality. But she also spots Howard's truck and remembers it's the one that hit her car. Later on, Emmett keeps Michelle company. He mentions he helped Howard construct the bunker. Michelle shares that Howard kidnapped her, convinced Howard's tale of an attack is made up. Emmett, however, disagrees, stating he willingly entered the bunker after witnessing the attack. He fought his way in, thus the injury. He's also skeptical about Michelle hearing a car. Their chat is cut short when Howard announces that dinner is ready. During dinner, an awkward silence hangs in the air until Howard breaks it by asking about the sauce and mentioning Megan, noting she was a good cook. Emmett attempts to lighten the mood by discussing dreams they hadn't achieved, considering the supposed end of civilization, and throws in a joke. However, Howard gets upset when he notices Michelle laughing at Emmett's humor. Emmett spots some board games and half-jokingly suggests playing Monopoly, hinting they might actually finish a game given they have a year or two. Howard, barely holding back his irritation, dismisses Emmett's humor, stating he doesn't find it amusing and implying Michelle doesn't either, further dampening the mood. Michelle, noticing Howard's jealous reaction and the keys he possesses, decides to engage further with Emmett about Monopoly, intentionally touching Emmett to provoke Howard. Her plan works as Howard, feeling disrespected, demands an apology. Meanwhile, Michelle's real goal is to grab Howard's keys, and she succeeds. As they settle down and Howard considers getting another drink, he realizes his keys are missing. Just then, a noise from above allows Michelle to seize the moment. She attacks Howard and dashes upstairs, managing to unlock the airlock and seal herself inside. Howard pleads with her not to open the outer door, warning of the dangers. That's when Michelle sees a car outside and a woman rushes to the door, her skin showing severe damage, desperately asking to be let in. This horrifying sight confirms to Michelle that the air truly is dangerous. Howard later confesses to Michelle the difficulty of accepting that everyone she knew is likely gone. He also reveals he caused the accident involving her car. Aware of the impending attack, he was rushing to the safety of the bunker, which led to Michelle's crash. Howard admits his fear of disclosing his involvement in her accident and offers an apology. Recognizing the contaminated air could have slipped through cracks earlier, he suggests Michelle take a shower and provides her with clothes that belong to Megan. After the shower, Howard asks Michelle to stitch him up. Even though she doesn't feel fully qualified, they find common ground over a few drinks. This moment of vulnerability changes Michelle's perspective slightly, making her reconsider her initial judgments about Howard. While stitching his wound, they continue to share personal stories. Howard reveals he salvaged some items from Michelle's car. The conversation deepens as Howard opens up about Megan, sharing memories of his late daughter. While looking through her notebook, Michelle and Emmett find common ground in sharing their life's regrets, unfulfilled dreams, and missed opportunities. This exchange brings them closer. In the following weeks, the trio gradually adjusts to their bunker life, making the most of their situation by finding joy and companionship in each other's presence. However, their newfound balance is disrupted one day by loud noises overhead, causing the bunker to shake and the air filtration system to malfunction. With the system inaccessible to him, Howard reveals a small duct, explaining to Michelle that she is the only one small enough to navigate it and restart the system. Michelle manages to find her way to the control room, where she successfully reboots the air filtration system. During her exploration, she uncovers an alternate way out of the bunker. As she ascends the stairs, she encounters a distressing sign, the word help etched into the glass from the inside. At the base of the stairs, she discovers an earring. Michelle instantly recognizes the earring as one she saw in a photograph Howard shared with her. She shares this unsettling discovery with Emmett, showing him the photo. Emmett identifies the girl not as Howard's daughter but as Brittany, a local girl who disappeared 2 years prior. As they ponder this revelation, another photograph slips out, showing Brittany wearing the same t-shirt Michelle has been given. During a shower, Michelle comes up with a plan and shares it with Emmett. She can make a hazmat suit to safely venture outside. While Howard is absorbed in a movie, Emmett takes a glass of water and quietly picks up a pair of scissors. He plants a seed of doubt in Howard's mind, suggesting the air filtration unit might be contaminated, hinting that Howard should clean everything Michelle contacted. Taking the bait, Howard decides to get rid of the curtains, which the pair later acquire for their escape plan. With determination, Michelle gathers all necessary materials to start crafting a suit and a gas mask. They work cautiously, only a few hours each night, to avoid Howard's suspicion. Their ultimate aim is to secure Howard's gun, restrain him, and then venture outside to seek help. While Michelle is busy with their escape plan, she hears Howard coming and quickly conceals everything. He needs Michelle's assistance. They move a barrel from the common area to his room and he reveals it contains a powerful acid that dissolves biological material on contact. He's discovered the tools they used and threatens to use the acid on them unless they admit to their plans. Emmett steps forward, falsely claiming he intended to create a weapon to seize Howard's gun, and apologizes. Howard seemingly accepts Emmett's apology but then shoots him, turning to Michelle with a disturbing declaration that they can now be a family of just the two of them. While sifting through Emmett's belongings, Howard interrupts Michelle by bringing her dessert, served the way Megan used to prefer her ice cream. Among Emmett's things, Michelle finds a ticket, a symbol of Emmett's unfulfilled dreams, motivating her to continue work on the hazmat suit. However, sensing Howard's return, she quickly conceals her project, stashing the mask inside a ventilation duct. Howard then asks her to prepare the table for dinner, and as he departs, a screw loosens and falls. Curious, he checks the duct but finds nothing. Still suspicious, he notices something underneath the mattress and throws Michelle off, finding the suit. Michelle rushes out, closing the door. In Howard's room, Michelle quickly grabs a freeze spray. As Howard closes in on her, she reacts by knocking over the barrel of acid, quickly leaping over the spreading corrosive liquid. The acid ignites upon contact with the exposed wire of the lamp. She grabs the hazmat suit and uses a shelf to block Howard's advance. Blocked by flames, she ties the suit to her leg and climbs into the ventilation shaft. Howard attempts to stab through the shaft with his knife, narrowly missing her. Despite his pleas for her to stay, Michelle breaks free and reaches the air control room. With smoke filling the room, she dons her hazmat suit and uses freeze spray to break the padlock, escaping the bunker. Outside, everything seems peaceful. Michelle quickly fixes a tear in her hazmat suit with duct tape. Noticing birds flying carefree, she removes her mask, embraced by the sounds of nature. Suddenly, an explosion rocks the bunker as an unidentified object appears, dropping something nearby. Unable to start Howard's car, she triggers an alarm trying another car and hides in a barn, finding the woman from earlier deceased. She watches in horror as a creature investigates the car, then climbs the barn, attempting entry. Just in time, Michelle finds the keys and opens the car, making a sound. As she runs to seek refuge, a ship emerges emitting a green gas, prompting her to don her helmet again. Realizing the gas ignites easily. Caught by tentacles lifting the car, she defiantly creates a Molotov cocktail, hurling it into the creature, causing a fiery explosion. Miraculously, she survives, fleeing in the other vehicle. Driving away, a radio updates that humanity is winning against the invaders, directing survivors to Houston. Michelle, resolved, drives toward Houston, as a larger alien ship looms ominously against the stormy sky, marking the beginning of a new challenge. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this.